Du, ich, dieses Video, das ist die richtige Entscheidung gewesen. Aber wenn du es geguckt hast, dann schau doch mal bei Meinungsmacher vorbei. Da gibt es jeden Tag neue Informationen aus den Nachrichten und aller Welt mit politischen Themen. Oder vielleicht beim zweitklassigen Reaktionskanal. Denn wir haben so viele Reaktionen, dass die halt nicht auf den Hauptkanal passen. Also guck da gerne vorbei. Und jetzt weiter mit dem Video. Cut! Coffeezilla hat ein Gambling-Video gemacht. Coffeezilla, das ist der Typ, der die ganzen Krypto-Sachen exposed. Und wir gucken jetzt mal in sein aktuelles Video rein, sein kürzliches Video. I got bribed by casinos, but exposed them instead.
Video twice, actually, to expose a casino's business rivals. Here's a screenshot calling it a bounty and a sponsorship in exchange for a video. Now, I didn't take the money. In fact, I'm quite angry about it. Not just because these people thought I was for sale, but because they offered me a dollar amount that was way too low. Now,
Gibt's für solche Videos eigentlich schon eine Standardübersetzung? Nein, gibt's noch nicht.
Everyone has seen those headlines of casinos paying millions a year for influencers to sell their soul. So when they approached me, I was expecting a lot. Instead, they offered $20,000 to the guy in the $10 million studio. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't even cover the electricity bill. Now, to be clear, we would never take a bribe of any size. This show is funded by $5 a month on Patreon. That's where the real money is. But either way, I had a dilemma. Clearly, these people thought I could be bought. If I ignored their bribe, new viewers might be confused. I needed to send a message, and I needed to send it fast. So I decided on this. Rather than expose just their competitors in the gambling scene, what if we exposed everyone? Starting first with the people who offered me money. Welcome to the Counter-Strike Gambling Investigation.
Ja!
Multi-part series.
Oh, multi-part, ja, let's go. Let's go.
Where we're going to be talking about a video game that has created an underage gambling epidemic that makes hundreds of millions, even billions a year. Now, some people thought it stopped in 2016, but they couldn't be more wrong. The world of Counter-Strike gambling is still massive, and nobody wants to talk about it because most of them are making too much money. Those who do speak out have faced consequences, so we've got to be careful. Either way, let's get started.
Bomb has been planted.
I've got to say, Coffee, I'm really proud you're taking on the bad guys. He's defusing! You know, I've been playing Counter-Strike for years, and honestly, the bots are really out of control.
The bots? You know we're doing a gambling thing. Besides, you're a bot.
Not according to them. Woo! Another ace.
I don't have time for this. You begged me to be my sidekick. Are you gonna help or not?
Hey, I can multitask. What do you need?
I need to find the bad guy. I've interviewed like 40 people for this story. They all claim to be the victim.
They all claim to be the victim. Alle behaupten, die Opfer zu sein.
They're all pointing fingers.
Sounds pretty human to me. Maybe all you really need is a more objective view. Go ahead. Lay it on me.
Well, everything comes back to one moment. When protesters raided the tournament.
Wait, protesters?
Oh mein Gott.
At a tournament?
Yeah, protesters. At the PGL Majors in Copenhagen.
Production value, Digga.
Was one of the biggest esports tournaments ever for Counter-Strike. 1.8 million watching, over 1 million in the prize pool. It was hosted at Royal Arena. It was a big deal. And everything was going smoothly until suddenly people rushed the stage. The crowd was panicked. No one knew what was going on. Someone broke the trophy on stage. And turns out there were people handcuffing themselves outside. Nobody knew what was going on. They were upset about CSGO Roll, a gambling website that sponsored one of the teams called G2.
Huh. Some kind of overzealous advocate, maybe?
No, not like you'd think. I found out that the protesters had been paid to be there by a rival casino called CSGO Empire.
A casino protesting a casino. How'd you find that one?
Oh mein Gott! Ein Casino, das Protestleute bezahlt, damit sie ein anderes Casino schlecht reden. Let's go.
Funny you should ask. Let me introduce you to our first character. The owner of CSGO Empire. He calls himself Monarch.
Der Monarch. Aha. Ganz normal.
He live streamed himself doing the whole thing.
Oh, an exhibitionist.
You have no idea.
If G2 is gonna be playing on the stage, I was planning if somebody's going to Germany or if you have any friends in Germany, I can pay you a good amount of money. Just come to my DMs and I can pay you a good amount of money if you run on the stage in the middle of the game and glue yourself on the stage. Or even better, if you put like handcuffs. If you can handcuff yourself on one of the computers or one of the tables, I will pay you decent money.
They need to go in, even if there's a security guard, even if they're gonna be taken away. If somebody goes home walking, they will be fired.
And I'm so dedicated to this. Like, if I'm in a war, I'm gonna be fighting to the end.
A war. Hat er gerade das Ganze einen Krieg genannt?
Wow, this guy
Offene Feldschlacht mäßig?
is just shameless.
Yeah, but it gets much worse.
What?
Someone from Monarch's team at this point decides to text me. He offered me a bounty to cover the story. I'd already gotten a similar email offering me 20 grand to expose the scam casino in that group.
Obviously, you said
No.
yes. No. Right.
Right. Of course, I said no. I can't take their money, but I did want to speak with Monarch. I texted them back saying I'll take the info, but I also wanted to text CSGO Roll's owner and ask them the same thing. I want their side of the story too.
And?
Well, CSGO Roll's owner is named Killian. He said it's a one-sided harassment campaign. Monarch, on the other hand, says something much different. He admits to attacking CSGO Roll, but basically says he's attacking all the influencers they work for him. They're on this wall of shame that he's going after.
They have made millions and millions of euros from illegal casinos. And what I have
Willst du mir sagen, dass ein illegales CSGO-Casino ein anderes illegales CSGO-Casino dafür angreift, dass die Leute, die das andere illegale CSGO-Casino betreiben, zu viel... What?
I'm going to do is I'm going to be delivering justice to these motherfuckers. Tax investigations are coming. People are gonna be going to jail. YouTube channels, Twitch channels, Kick channels, Twitters, they're gonna be banned. And I will deliver justice to these motherfuckers.
Wall of shame. What is up with this guy?
Like I told you, Monarch sees himself as like a scam buster.
Das ist also so eine, das hat auf mich so ein Vibe von wegen einem Drogenkrieg. Weißt du, so die unterschiedlichen Anbieter der Droge bekriegen sich, damit sie ausmachen können, wer wo dealt.
Something.
He thinks he's you.
No, he said something else actually.
I identify myself as some sort of a hero in this story.
I identify myself as a sort of hero. Okay, some sort of hero, okay. Er identifiziert sich selbst als Held. Der Typ, der Monarch heißt. Da scheint sich eine komplexe Persönlichkeitsstörung entwickelt zu haben in der Zeit, huh?
It's very important to note actually that Killian is not the only target. We are having war with other sites as well, and I have a track record. Like before this CS:GO drama, I've been doing this thing for many years actually.
That's really his main defense.
Alter, Millionen Dollar schwer und keine stabile Internetleitung. Was ist los?
He does this to everyone.
Maybe it's true. Maybe he's just got a screw loose.
No, the attacks here are more personal. And I found out Killian and Monarch aren't just competitors, they used to be business partners.
I made a company 10 years ago with Killian, who stole my company. The second company I made, he bribed people to have my company shut down. The third company, which is my current big company, which I made all my money, bought my...
Wer hätte es ahnen können, dass Leute, die illegale Casinos aufmachen, dass die keine vertrauenserweckenden Menschen sind? Who would have thought? Oder ich erfahre hier gerade Dinge, von denen ich niemals gedacht hätte, dass sie wahr sind. Huh?
my castles and
Der hat Schlösser gekauft? Okay.
He's been trying to do. Killian has been trying to do everything to take me down, get me arrested, get me killed. Killian is a f***ing psychopath and these motherfuckers...
Bruder, da steht einfach Sparkles drauf, Anomaly steht da drauf. Who the f*** is Mo?
Are Killian's minions, and I'm going to be taking down every single one of these motherfuckers.
So Killian betrayed Monarch.
Depends on who you believe. The point is, this isn't so much about justice, it's kind of about revenge.
The beautiful thing about revenge is that there is no deadlines. You know, you can do it whenever. You know, life is long and you can do it whenever. By the way, I don't mind the guns and stuff. It's like
Steht da jemand mit einer AK?
just fun and games. What is coming for you?
Da steht jemand mit einer AK und da liegen Waffen vor denen auf dem Tisch.
Is something different. There will be people going to prison. There will be severe consequences. There will be interesting stuff.
Coffee, I'm starting to worry this is a BetterHelp segue into couples counseling.
No, I wouldn't scam you. Look, I'm just trying to...
BetterHelp segue into couples counseling.
BetterHelp, Segway?
No, I wouldn't scam you.
Für die Leute, die nicht verstehen, BetterHelp ist so ein in der Kritik stehendes Therapieangebot, das von YouTube-Content-Creatern jeglicher Art immer mal promoted wurde. Also ist nicht so gut.
Look, I'm just trying to show who this guy is.
Willkommen in den USA, da gibt's Verrückte. Der Typ ist doch nicht aus den USA. Der Typ ist der hört sich an, als wäre er aus Dänemark.
And what he wants.
Look, I'm not trying to ruin your Mindhunter episode, but sometimes it really is as simple as an unhinged internet tough guy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too, but it's how people talked about this guy. When I interviewed them, they would just freeze when I mentioned his name. Honestly, it was bizarre.
The thing that honestly upsets me about the whole Monarch thing, and this is what's been so hard about this story, people will not give their real opinion because everyone says they're scared. You and I were having a nice chat. Can't talk about the Monarchs. Why?
What the f*** is this? Okay, also der sagt nichts, aber ich kann nachvollziehen, warum der nichts sagt. Wenn da ein Typ mit einer Kalaschnikow in einem Video stand und Waffen auf dem Tisch, weiß ich jetzt auch nicht.
Bro, the weather was like really nice today outside.
Dude, come on! Tell me what's going on!
I can't.
Everybody talks behind the scenes. Everyone talks behind the scenes. Everyone talks. Nobody talks in front of the camera. Why? He intimidates you guys? Well, no. Not you guys. He's intimidating someone else and everyone doesn't want that to happen to them. Is that it?
I think it's just... No, I'm not gonna say anything.
Alter.
That is crazy. It's like a real-life Voldemort.
I know. Most people were scared to even talk, except for one of the names on Monarch's Wall of Shame.
Yeah, I'm Grim. I've been doing Cisco gambling for about a decade, and I have been doing it as a content creator for probably like almost 8 years now.
Jemand, der mit CSGO Gambling als Content Creator reich geworden ist. Go fuck yourself an dieser Stelle.
Can you take us from the beginning of your relationship with Monarch and just tell the story as you see it?
Right, so it's been like almost a year now, so it's a little bit hard to like get the timeline like completely right on top of my head, but it started around...
Alter, ich muss ganz sagen, mir fällt gerade auf, dass die untereinander Krieg haben, tangiert mich so ein bisschen peripher. Ich finde es total scheiße, dass die Community da mit reinziehen, aber wenn die sich gegenseitig auf die Köpfe hauen, trifft es irgendwie immer den Richtigen, wa? Weißt du, das ist halt, die sind halt Schmutz bekämpft Schmutz, ne? Das Problem ist nur, dass die Community und das CS2 da allgemein mit reingezogen wird. Das ist halt das Problem.
May last year is when the I guess included beef initially started. It was mostly just on Twitter. They essentially started like threatening me and told me that I needed to drop CSGO role or else, right? I then responded.
Oder was?
Then responded by posting a tweet myself with the.
Come at me, bro, with full thrust, Monarch. Can't wait to see what you have cooking, bro. I'm sure it's a masterpiece, buddy. Einen Psychopathen mit einer Kalaschnikow provozieren. Let's go.
Screenshot of what he said, calling him out for it, and telling him to come at me with everything he's got. Which, you know, in retrospect, massive mistake. I've known him for a while, a few years before this, He's never done anything like this that I have seen before. He might have done it like privately without, like you said, you talk to other people that had similar stories, right? But I just haven't spoken about it. And I think maybe that's what has happened before. But that's initially how it went down, yeah. Is he DM'd me, I made my tweets, and you went after me ever since.
So you say, come after me with everything you got.
Yeah, I think I used the word full thrust, because he keeps telling me every time he does something, was this full thrust enough? Like, it's like stuck in his head that I use the term full thrust.
Go all in, full thrust. If everybody goes full thrust, that's again when we go.
Ich verstehe gerade nicht. Also ganz kurz, kann mir jemand mal erklären, warum da die Ladies im Hintergrund tanzen? Das ist super weird.
Go full thrust again.
I started getting
die da sitzen einfach, das ist so komisch.
Screenshots from people that are inside one of his Discord. He's got multiple ones that he uses.
Für den Vibe, damit es noch unangenehmer wird oder was? Es läuft keine Musik und im Hintergrund tanzen asiatische Frauen oder?
For his quote-unquote cult, the Jofa cult he calls it, where they were talking about spray some flyers around my city, this and that. A lot of crazy ones that he luckily didn't do. But then nothing really happened for a few months, because this was back in May. And in around September, I all of a sudden wake up to a bunch of missed calls from family, friends, everything, right? I get told that they had posted flyers everywhere in my city. And I mean everywhere. High schools, malls, people's cars, in their mailboxes. Monarch himself said they did around 30,000 flyers, and there's about 30,000 people in my city. So they basically spread it everywhere. That had like a picture of Cisco Roll, me.
What the fucking hell?
My house, my cars, saying that like I'm scamming people in my city. That's essentially how it started with the flyers.
What the Coffee? This is like a personalized harassment campaign.
I know. But what freaked me out is...
What the is going on, Alter? Was ist denn da los?
That Monarch doesn't deny any of it. He thinks it's justified.
Yeah, there's this one case, this YouTuber called Grim, who lives in Norway.
Yeah.
Norwegen.
We work times about like...
Ja, der kommt irgendwo aus Skandinavien. So, Digga, der ist es doch hier. Oder das findet nicht in Amerika statt.
Various things. So he's one of Killian's main advertisers. He's
Estland oder so, es klingt das.
Made at least $6 million from blatantly promoting this scam. He's basically, for many years, he's been streaming like every day, playing.
Es ist absurd, ne? Es ist absurd. Das ist die Konkurrenz. Das ist nicht so, als würden wir hier mit jemandem sprechen, der sagt, ja gut, ich bin Aktivist oder so. Das ist einfach, das ist ein Casino. Das ist auch ein Casino. Der macht the same shit. Das einzige Problem, das der mit dem anderen Casino hat, ist, dass der sagt, ja, bei den Auszahlungen läuft das da anders und schlechter. Und ich denke,
on CSGO role and making YouTube videos there, just blatantly scamming his audience and making tons of money. And he has this like kind of like has this mansion in Norway where he has like his Lamborghinis parked outside. We gave these flyers to like the full town. The full town got these flyers that has Grim's face on it, and it explains like how he's made his money by scamming people.
He just admits to it.
Oh, he takes credit for a lot more than that.
So what happened just a month ago now, when they sent 18 people to show up at my city, outside my door, having a quote-unquote protest.
What?
Wait, 18 people to your house?
Yeah, there was 18 people.
And this is, to be clear, a competitor casino to the one you're working for?
Yeah.
Hatte da einer eine Heugabel dabei?
House?
Yeah.
Da hatte jemand eine Heugabel dabei, hinten rechts. Da ist
protest.
Hier ist einer.
Wait, 18 people to your house?
Und hier ist auch einer. Da haben Leute einfach Heugabeln mit.
Is harassing is the only word that comes to mind here. Well, I don't even know if it's... I mean, what was it? What do you think it was? Was it intimidation?
Well,
what was it?
Oh, it was definitely intimidation as well as harassing. Because, like, obviously when they show up at my house, they make it incredibly difficult for me to be here because they're gonna be right outside my house. Like, again, I live in Norway and our rules are way too nice.
Coffee, I'll admit it. This is a little bit more than an internet tough guy. These are mafia tactics.
It's insane.
Ja, total.
I mean, Monarch is still trying to say this is all fair game.
Yeah, so we did this funny protest one day. We sent the cute little cult. There was maybe like 15 people outside of his house with the infamous Sticky Hand, who claims to have lost his house to CSGO scam.
It's Sticky Hand! I'm a Calden because CSGO rolls got my f***ing house! Grim, I'm coming for you! Killian, I'm coming for you! Give my house back! Give my house back! Give my
Mental gefestigte junge Leute, die ganz klar für etwas protestieren, für das sie einstehen. Würde ich das hier nicht nennen.
They parked with their like tents like outside of the house, and they had like microphones and they had the pitchforks and stuff, and they were just like marching in the neighborhood.
Alter Amerika, lol. Bruder, das ist Norwegen. Bruder, ganz kurz. Finnland, Norwegen, Estland, nicht fucking Amerika. Not America. Ich weiß, wir sind diese Psychosen von Amerika gewohnt. Das ist nicht Amerika.
Good. And Sticky Hand did also. He went to knock on his door just to speak with him.
I have to say, this is an insane level of harassment. I mean, I get that you believe he scammed people, and let's say he did scam people. That should be left to law enforcement, not to like, you know, y'all are basically like video vigilantes, you know, going to his house. I saw Warren also posted something about like he'd pay money.
Whoever breaks into Grimm's Minecraft server house first on film gets 2K. What the fuck? Oder die sind vollkommen.
For someone to break into his house in Minecraft, that was a joke, or
that obvious joke. Yeah, that would be crossing a line. Yeah, I can agree. Somebody could say that this is like it might be pretty insane, but
that's how much
you
believe Killian has scammed people. I think it goes to what you detest this company so much you think basically it's worth the price to for this war.
So we have the numbers, we have the facts, we pretty much know exactly how much he has made from CSGO. We've had extensive conversations with Grim himself. We know that he understands exactly what he's doing. He's consciously scamming people, and we have consulted lawyers about this, and we are actually planning to take legal action. But the unfortunate thing is that there are ways how they can evade this kind of like legal justice, and probably there's not going to be real like legal consequences for him. And if there are, it's going to be kind of like, you know, years down the line after CSGO has exit scammed.
That's sort of my problem. This is clearly harassment, but Monarch's not wrong that the people in this industry usually get away with it.
But he's in the same industry.
Correct!
Well, exactly. And that's what kills his argument. Either way, this whole thing is so heated that both sides now think they're in danger.
Let's talk about security. Yeah. Obviously, it's probably is shaking you up, made you rethink how much you need to protect yourself. Have you taken any steps to try to... Obviously, you said you did go to the police. They did nothing. What else did you do?
Right now, I have 24/7 security sitting outside. So that's the precaution I have currently.
That's expensive.
Yeah, no, it is expensive.
Ja, und jetzt der erzählt mir jetzt, dass das Casino dafür bezahlt, oder?
Expensive. It is. Like, I'm not paying for it, but yes, it is expensive. I've heard the figures.
Who is paying for it?
CSGO is paying for it.
CSGO is paying for it. Are you fucking kidding me? Das ist nicht dein Ernst.
So you got your rival casinos, and one is paying for 24/7 security for the influencer because an opponent casino is gonna go to their house and harass them and possibly do more.
Yeah.
Also, like I'm genuinely scared for my life. I'm genuinely scared for my family, like because of this whole thing. Like I am with like huge security guards, and I need to be like super careful. I don't.
Bruder, Ich muss das nochmal sagen, ne? Das sind 2 CSGO-Casinos, die man beide unter dem Suspekt der illegalen Glücksspiel des Verdachts stellen könnte. Beide machen literally dasselbe. Und das eine bekriegt das andere, weil das eine sagt, das andere ist betrügerisch. Und jetzt fürchten die um ihr Leben, weil die sich gegenseitig Bodyguards holen müssen und Waffen haben und so. What the f***?
Don't really like. I need to be careful where I move, and I need to be super careful about like my location being doxed, because I think he has all the reasons to kill me. So.
Do you think he would cross that line? As you said, you would never do that. Do you think he would?
No, knowing him as a person, he's pure evil. Has no morals. It would be literally plus EV to get me killed. So now I'm doing my best to, first of all, not have my location leaked, but also I have like significant security because of that.
That has to be a serious expense. I mean, it's like 24/7 security is expensive, right?
I mean, it's not cheap. Plus, also like have to take a bunch of like precautions for my family as well.
I think I may be dying of what humans call irony. They're both scared?
Yeah, everyone's terrified of revenge. And it explains why people not involved wouldn't want to be involved. Even just recently, I heard another YouTuber has been getting the Monarch treatment. Flyers, house visits, confrontations.
What the f***?
Who would want that?
You, apparently. What's to stop Monarch from coming after you?
Nothing. I mean, I would say the harassment is usually limited to influencers in the gambling sector, but recently an esports journalist got threatened as well.
These people are dangerous, and these people are clearly willing to do anything for money. Let's get them out of esports once and for all.
We are looking into it. We might actually do some legal action towards him, like some defamation lawsuit or whatever. I think it
What the fucking hell, bro?
would be fun to do just for the lore, just for the memes, and it could be like this could be a fun marketing campaign. And
A fun marketing campaign.
And for this reason, the cult is coming for Richard.
I tried to confront Monarch on it. I also tried to confront him on this bounty thing.
I'm going to do this story, and obviously I'm going to try to tell it how I tell all my stories, which is as neutral and like to the facts as possible. But I don't want anyone going after me either. I don't want anyone showing up at my house, to be very transparent with you.
Yeah. I'll be transparent, and I'm not intending to send any sticky hands. So.
Oh, I also have to say, did you know Warren offered me a bounty to do this story?
I did not.
Y'all shouldn't tell journalists that. That's not good. Y'all shouldn't pay people to do stories.
Noted.
Yeah, because it just makes it hard to, because I can't obviously can't accept that. That would completely compromise everything I stand for. To be
noted?
Like, it'd be biased. It'd bias me towards your side if I was to accept that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I just wanted to address it.
And I respect your approach. See that you're a great journalist.
Oh, how reassuring. That's
how reassuring.
Someone you're making a video on likes you before the story.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if he keeps his promise on that, but I also wanted to confront the guy who offered me $20,000 to do the story too.
Let me guess. He dodged the question?
Sort of. He said that he didn't know that I was a journalist and that I wasn't someone to offer money to. He also claimed that this industry has cooked him and that everything is money-oriented.
I mean, that part might be true.
Oh, for sure. I mean, for all the talk about justice and scams, it's about money too. Just recently, Grim says he got this message.
Spoke to Monarch, he stopped the house if he drop roll and take a match deal at Empire. Motherfucker. So viel zu den moralischen Problemen, die man da hat, huh?
Monarch would stop the house harassment if he dropped CSGO roll and took a match deal at CSGO Empire.
So that's that then. You've had the villain the whole time.
Not quite. I mean, we had to address the bribe, we have to address the harassment, but our story is not about gambling influencers being the victims, who are also millionaires, by the way. Remember, we're investigating everyone, and Monarch's just kind of the tip of the iceberg of the problem. I want to know who's really behind this thing, who's really the victims, and who's
Ja, das sind die Opfer von sowas, sind die ganzen Kinder, die auf die Scheiße reingefallen sind, Alter.
really the villain.
I started gambling on Counter-Strike when I was probably 13 years old.
13 years old. 14 years old. I think I was 14. I saw it online. I saw a bunch of these YouTubers playing it.
Yes!
They see their favorite influencer playing on some third-party case opening site, and they just go deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole, and soon they are addicted.
Maybe the solution isn't with the casinos at all. Maybe it's a good time to talk about the influencers who promote it instead.
Und sie sind alle reich damit geworden, ne? Also man könnte sagen, man kann sich ja jetzt hier hinsetzen und sagen, ja hier, der moralische Hebel, wer hat's gemacht, wer hat's nicht gemacht. Fakt ist, alle die es gemacht haben, sind damit reich geworden. Unermesslich reich. Die großen Influencer sind damit einfach Millionäre geworden. Mit Glücksspiel. Krass. Alter, was für ein verrücktes, also das ist so viel, da ist so viel crazy Scheiße hinter, ne? Wir reden in 2024 immer noch über Counter-Strike Gambling und das wurde immer noch nicht reguliert. Es gibt da immer noch parasitäre Organismen, die da unterwegs sind. Das ist wirklich, also, alter Schwede. Immer noch. Ich würde sagen, also meiner Ansicht nach ist der ganze E-Sport damit auch ein bisschen kaputt gegangen. Also für mich, so du kannst kein Counter-Strike-Event gucken und es ist nicht irgendwo Glücksspiel dabei. Es ist absolut abartig. So das gesamte Image von einem der besten E-Sports, die es gibt auf der Welt. Und ich würde sagen, Counter-Strike ist eins der leicht zu verstehendsten, besten E-Sport-Titel, die es gibt. Es ist so infiziert und so verseucht mit dieser dreckigen Scheiße. So verseucht. Das ist da so tief drinne. Also, es ist schon krass. Fizz Batman, Alter. Ich bin gespannt auf die nächsten Titel. Die werden wir uns auf jeden Fall auch angucken.
Kommst du in meinen Stream, dann geh ich ehrenlos auf Mutter. Danke Mickey an der Stelle, ich geh ehrenlos auf Mutter.